Now we will discuss about the second unit. The topics whatever we have to discuss are based on the multi-resolution formulation of a wavelet systems, signal spaces, the signal functioning, multi-resolution analysis, the wavelet functions, the discrete wavelet transform, a Parseval's theorem, display of the discrete wavelet and wavelet expansion. Almost all already we had discussed in a first unit, but why we have to study the same topics here means in the first unit just we introduced the definition, like here we have to give some mathematical expression how we can implement the wavelet transforms. Introductory part for the second unit. Both the mathematics and the practical interpretations of the wavelets seem to be best served by using the concept of resolution to define the effects of changing scale. To get the resolution we have to change the scale, that is the meaning of resolution, to define the effects of changing scale. This multi-resolution formulation is obviously designed to represent a signal where a single event is decomposed into finer and finer details. Already this was experienced in a Fourier series representation also. There the function f of t going to be represented by sin t, sin 2t, sin 3t, like that. Single event or function f of t going to be decomposed into multiple number of functions. Those are nothing but to get the finer details. But it turns out also the valuable in representing a signal where a time frequency or time scale description is desired, even if no concept of resolution is needed to give the time frequency localization whatever we discussed. That means time frequency scaling, time scale description we need. Then signal spaces. A function space is a linear vector space. Function space is a linear vector space, finite or infinite dimensions, where the vectors are functions, the scalars are real numbers, sometime complex numbers also, and scalar multiplication and vector addition are similar to that done in. So a function space is a linear combination or linear vector space. So group of vectors going to be represented as a function space or functions going to be represented here. Why we have to consider the inner product means to find the basis functions we have to check that first norm and inner product of the two functions. First we have to check that norm. The inner product definitions or defines a norm or a length of a vector which is given by this expression modulus of f equal to square root of modulus of inner product of f with itself. Then if we find out that two signals which non-zero norms are called as orthogonal if their inner product is 0. So that this is the inner product of the two functions which are going to be non-zero norms. Simple example, in Fourier series already we had expressed or discussed this. Sin t and sin 2t will form the orthogonal basis. That means sin t is orthogonal to sin 2t. Not only 2t, there are so many functions, 3t, 4t, 5t, up to so on, so many functions. Among all those functions going to be considered to represent a single event to be decomposed more number of functions. Then here a space that is particularly important in signal processing is called L square R. This is the space of all functions f of t with a well defined integral of the square of the modulus of a function. Square of the modulus of a function. First we have to find out the modulus, then square it. The L signifies the Lebesgue integral. The 2 denotes the integral of the square of the modulus of the function, just like where we are using mean square error. And R states that the independent variable of integration t is a number over the whole real line. For a function g of t to be number of that space is denoted by g. It may be a function belonging to L square R, or simply it is going to be represented as g belonging to L square. When all these signal space is represented, then we are going to utilize those functions to represent f of t as a finer details. Summation k ak xik of t. In several cases, the signal spaces that are will need or actually the closure of the space spanned by the basis set. Not only orthogonality, closure space also we are going to expect. This means the space contains not only all the signal that can be expressed by linear combination of a basis function, but also the signals which are a limit of these infinite expansions. The closure of a space is usually denoted by an overline. Next, the scaling function. In order to use the idea of multi-resolution, we will start up defining the scaling function and then we define the wavelet in terms of it, because resolution can be obtained by using a scaling function. A set of scaling functions in terms of integer translates of a basic scaling function by phi k of t equal to phi of t minus k. K belongs to z. That means phi belongs to L square. K is an integer value, phi is a function of L square R set. The subspace of L square R spanned by these functions is defined as V0 is a subspace defined here, closure span of phi k of t. Then f of t can be expressed as summation k ak phi k of t for any f of t belonging to 0. That means in a space subfunctions are existing, then a function going to be represented by these signals, then f of t also going to be one of the member of that space. That is the meaning, f of t belonging to V0. One can generally increase the size of the subspace spanned by changing the time scale of the scaling function. A two-dimensional family of functions is generated from the basis scaling function by scaling the and translation. Already we experienced that in terms of xi jk of t. That means wavelet function is going to be amplitude scale, time scale and translate. The same way here we are going to do that. Scaling function is going to amplitude scale, time scale and translated. Vj equal to span of k, xi k of 2 power jt, which is equivalent to span of k, closure span, not a simple span, closure span phi jk of t. Then the function going to be represented as a linear combination of a linear combination scaling function given as weighted sum of ak phi 2 power jk plus k. Here this may be plus or minus. So that function f of t expanded by using this scaling function as a weighted sum of scaled and translated scaling functions. For j greater than 0, the span can be larger since phi jk of t is narrower and is translated in smaller steps. It therefore can represent finer details. So, these wider scaling functions can represent only coarse information and the space they span is smaller. Another way we can say that the resolution in photographic or optical resolution going to be represented by resolving a particular power. That is the meaning of a resolution. Then we will stop here. We will continue in the next.